Joe Jonas is in some hot water after he filed for divorce Tuesday morning. This was after a weekend of rumors went around that him and Sophie Turner were on the rocks, and it ended up being true that the two were separating. But the reason why Joe is getting called out is because people feel like him and his team have been doing everything they can to make Sophie look bad in the current situation, with each statement that's come out from sources close to him making her look like a bad mom or something. And even Jonas Brother fans are disappointed in how she's being painted because some of the things being said about her can easily be proved as not true. Things were already a little strange on Joe's end before sources started talking to the press because he hasn't been wearing his ring at the shows as of late, and fans took notice of it. Then last week, the rumors really started that Joe and Sophie were on the rocks, and the two are extremely private, rarely sharing their personal lives, including their children, with the public. Some people didn't even know that they had 2 daughters. So to hear that they were on the rocks in any way, people were just like, what is going on? Especially since Sophie had just posted a photo of the two of them at a recent Jonas Brothers show as of just a few weeks ago. August 14th, she posted Long, Long New York Nights, and it's the two of them. She's kissing his hand. Everyone was like, what do you mean they're on the rocks? People were then defending like, oh, you know, not everyone wants to wear their wedding band. I mean, I know a ton of people that don't wear their wedding band, so I was like, I don't know if I believe this. But over this past weekend, as the rumors grew and grew, Joe suddenly put his wedding ring on. And a lot of people were thinking, okay, this is him shutting down the rumors. He's saying we are together. There's nothing going on. Everything is fine. And fans thought the same. Fans at the show were thinking maybe it's a sign that everything being said was false and the couple's still going strong. But that didn't seem to be the case in the end. The weird thing is that, you know, he did wear the ring, and then the next day he posted on his Instagram also wearing the ring. I mean, it's front and center in this photo. And then the next day, on Tuesday, Joe filed for divorce. Why he wore the ring, I'm not sure. It's an interesting move to say the least, since the rumors weren't going to calm down with the news hitting public record that he filed. And it's not like she filed and then he wore the ring to make it seem like he wanted to stay married or something like that. He filed. So him wearing the ring is just, I don't know why he did that. To shut the rumors down for like a day, I am not sure. Maybe to wear it for one last time, I'm not sure. But when the documents came out, they were making Sophie look good. The documents stated that the children have been residing with their father in Miami and other locations throughout the United States, meaning that as he's been on tour, he's had their kids. And TMZ also reported that as for why Joe filed for divorce, a source with direct knowledge tells us she likes to party, he likes to stay at home. They have very different lifestyles. Which people haven't loved that Sophie is being painted in this way when there's been several times on camera that she's referred to herself as the homebody and Joe as the opposite. On an episode of Conan during the pandemic, she described herself as someone who likes to stay at home, and Joe is a social butterfly that she struggles to keep down.
I mean, I'm an introvert. I'm a homebody. I just like if I could stay at home all day, I would. Joe's like he's a real social butterfly, so I struggle to kind of lock him down.
And in a TikTok that they filmed, they both agreed that Sophie was the homebody in the relationship.
Who's the homebody in the relationship?
Like, they both pointed to Sophie for that answer. Like, they both willingly agree that she is the homebody. So I don't really know where this she likes to party, he likes to stay at home energy is coming from, but it's not a cute look to be painting this about her when there's all this of her talking about staying at home. It also frustrated fans that the documents and articles were making it seem like Sophie just up and left the kids with Joe to party or something, but she's actually away working. She's filming right now for an upcoming project, so it's not like she decided that she didn't want to be a mom. She's literally just been on set working in the UK. But Joe and his team haven't stopped trying to make her look like the bad guy in the situation, with the way every day it seems there's something new meant to make her look bad written in the press coming from someone close to him. TMZ wrote in an article on Wednesday that Joe Jonas saw/heard something with Sophie Turner that was the last straw in his decision to file for divorce, and it involves a ring camera. Multiple sources who have direct contact with Joe tell TMZ Joe had access to a Ring camera that he said captured Sophie saying and or doing something that made him realize the marriage was over. They didn't say what was heard, but obviously people are going to start speculating after hearing something like this coming out about Sophie. And of course, right after this article comes out, new photos surfaced just in time, of course, of Joe and his 2 daughters eating lunch together. Daily Mail posted them. The photos were from Backgrid, I believe, but they said, picture Joe Jonas ditches wedding ring as he's seen for the first time with daughters after divorce filing from Sophie Turner, amid claims he caught actress on Ring security camera doing or saying something that was the last straw. Now, I don't know if his team told him to get out there and look like dad of the year taking the girls to lunch, but it's not working out for him. People know how private him and Sophie are, and they rarely take their kids outside to be photographed. And he knows this is a huge time for the press to be all eyes on him and Sophie. So him taking the girls out to lunch, he knows they're going to be photographed, and they're going to be photographed with him. And of course, that really feeds into this narrative that his team is really putting out there that, you know, Joe is there, he's on tour, he's taking care of the kids, and Sophie is away. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, the fans are not happy with how she's being painted in the media by his team, and feeling like this whole daddy-daughter lunch date was strategic. And of course, like, him and Sophie have been out with the girls before, but it's rare. It is very rare because they don't show their kids' faces. They don't want them to be in the public eye. And it really just feels like a purposeful attempt to make him look like he's this caring dad and she isn't there, even though she's literally working, and it's not like she's neglecting their children. And okay, obviously we don't know exactly what happened between them or what's going on, but I'm just saying that fans don't like how it's getting messy and seemingly at the hands of Joe and his team. But this same day that all of this was going on, both Joe and Sophie did end up posting a joint statement to their Instagram account that read, "Statement from the two of us. After 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly, this is a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children." People were very confused by this statement because the speculative narratives have been coming from Joe's team and the sources close to him, which is exactly why there's been so much talk, because people have been extremely disappointed in the statements that have been made on his behalf, as some have continued to feel as though they're putting Sophie down. Joe's Instagram comments are now filled with fans expressing how much they don't like what's been said, saying, "The Sophie is a bad mom angle you're taking is not cool. Stop the smear campaign against Sophie. It's disgusting and straight up vile the way your team is talking about the mother of your children. Just so you know, we're all team Sophie, so you can tell your PR team to stop throwing the mother of your children under the bus already. Something tells me you're the problem, especially how fast your team is trying to make her look bad already. Not a good look for you. I've been a lifelong Jonas Brothers fan, but Sophie gets me in the divorce. Smearing Sophie is backfiring hard, by the way. My dude, your PR team is on overdrive, trying to make Sophie look bad. It's not having the effect you think it's making. Just makes you look like a douche, bullying a postpartum mom who dared to go back to work." This whole thing has been such a mess, and it's been sad to see how fans are feeling like they have to kind of pick sides with the way that everything has been painted in the press. I mean, hopefully the messiness stops and people close to Joe can stop making these statements about Sophie to the press, because it's not helping Joe at all, that is for sure. Even if it's close friends to him that are upset on his behalf and want to defend him or something, right now just isn't the time for this. But that's what's going on in this situation that has gotten Joe in some trouble, and it's sad. As a Jonas Brothers fan myself, I don't want to see anyone in this family in drama, and I like Sophie, so it's just like sad that all this is happening. But hopefully they can peacefully work things out. I want to know if you guys have been seeing this go around, what you guys think about the fact that fans feel the things being said are publicly making Sophie look bad. Let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.